Thinking in Pictures, My Life with Autism by Temple Grandin. A presentation completed by Ryan Murphy for Writing with American Life, Minneapolis College of Art and Design, April 26, 2014. Authorial intent. The subject of thinking in pictures is autism, more specifically, autism awareness, education, and coping techniques. Temple Grandin has suffered with this neurological disorder from a very young age and has become an autism awareness advocate, believing that educational programs and early diagnoses are integral if one with autism is to be successful in life. The story is composed of Dr. Grandin's personal experiences with autism and her reviews of the latest research. I believe her intention is simply to spread awareness, and she uses herself as a resource on behalf of everyone suffering. It does not seem as though there are many other authors that can give the insight that Dr. Grandin can on a life with autism. Without knowledge from people like her, we simply will not understand the disorder. Temple begins the story with a reference to the title that allows us to understand what it means. I think in pictures. Words are like a second language to me. My initial reaction was, oh God, I'm autistic too. She explains that she creates pictures in her head when people talk to her, and that is how she learned to comprehend what she is hearing. Those who do not have the issue of struggling to understand language find it difficult to relate, but Temple Grandin has found a way to capitalize on this skill. The idea that autistic people think and learn differently seems insignificant now, but it used to sound like an extremely far-fetched idea to those who have trouble relating. What Dr. Grandin strives to do is articulate that autism is manageable and life is possible for those who struggle with it. Through reflection and review of research, Temple Grandin sheds some necessary light. Having read her story, I feel much more knowledgeable about autism. Being a teacher with students who struggle with autism, I've used things I've learned from this story in my classroom with much success, and I am eager to see what else I can accomplish. Authorial style. Admittedly, Temple Grandin's writing style doesn't make me personally hungry to learn. However, she states things and uses analogies to help readers understand, and I am always willing to learn a new way of thinking. Being autistic, I don't naturally assimilate information that most people take for granted. Instead, I store information in my head as if it were on a CD-ROM disc. When I recall something I have learned, I replay the video with my imagination. The videos in my memory are always specific. For example, I remember handling cattle at the veterinary shoot at Producer's Feedlot or McAlhaney Cattle Company. I remember exactly how the animals behaved in that specific situation and how the chutes and other equipment were built. The exact construction of steel front fence posts and pipe rails in each case is also part of my visual memory. I can run these images over and over and study them to solve design problems. Refining ideas based on observations made on initial ones seems like a pretty simple concept, but also an entirely effective one. Temple Grandin designs equipment for the livestock industry, and she has made her niche by improving on designs that may be outdated given the industry she's working in has existed for a very long time. I find her tone to be uplifting in instances like this. Hearing what she has accomplished makes me feel excited to be as successful as she is. However, I also understand that not everyone may share this perception. Authorial rules and strategies. Throughout Thinking in Pictures, I see a common pattern. The story is largely reflective, with much observation. Ideas and problems are presented with stories and solved that way as well. It is almost as if we are tricked into learning. I feel as though I came to the conclusion on my own. My turn. Time for a writing exercise. I would like to see you try to pose a problem and solve it by using analogies and storytelling. Try to avoid repeating things to readers so as to get them to think on their own. Here's an example I pulled from the story. Post your response below. One of the most profound mysteries of autism has been the remarkable ability of most autistic people to excel at visual spatial skills while performing so poorly at verbal skills. Visual thinking has enabled me to build entire systems in my imagination, and during my career I have designed all kinds of equipment ranging from corrals for handling cattle on ranches to systems for handling cattle and hogs during veterinary procedures and slaughter. I have worked for many major livestock companies. In fact, 1/3 of cattle and hogs in the United States are handled in equipment I have designed. Some of the people I've worked for don't even know that their systems were designed by someone with autism. I value my ability to think visually and would never want to lose it. Nice work. Thank you for listening, and wish me luck on the rest of my finals.